Backpocket presents Golden Nuggets. There are golden nuggets in every podcast we do. Here are our 3 golden nuggets. Enjoy.
Networking means a lot of different things to a lot of people. Like, to me personally, I hate networking. Right? I think networking reminds me of going to young professional networking events and like, ooh, here's your business card. Like, thank you. And like wearing suits that don't actually fit you and just like really uncomfortable situations that are super transactional. I don't think networking should be that way, right? I think networking should be about meeting cool people, hearing their stories, and getting to know them on a deeper level and building like a genuine relationship. And I think that message is lost. Like, networking is from our parents' generations. It's what people used to do. The world has changed, and I think we need a better word for it.
Yeah, and I think I think it may be just connecting, because if you think about networking too, we have an entire network on social media that we can tap into every single day, right? What's the point of a business card when you can just say, hey, here's my Instagram, go ahead and follow me if you really want to know what I'm about, or LinkedIn, or, you know, we can go on and on and on. But I love the point. It's just have a conversation with some cool people.
Well, there was this, so we were put in the Minnesota Business Power 50, which super undeserved.
This thing right here, the real Power 50.
So this is I was on the front page with the CEO of Thor Construction. They're a huge real estate construction firm. And, you know, he had this whole like blurb on like, I'm a thought leader, transformative, visionary, blah, 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 which I'm sure he is. For me, I have 2 skills in life. One of them is playing tennis and the other is cooking Chinese food. And my career is a product of people just happening to like those things. And it's true. I mean, like, a lot of the reason that Homi has done what it's been able to do is because we've had a lot of people who helped us out. And they didn't have to help us out. They liked us. And it was because of the relationships, right? Everyone has a story, right? Everyone has a story of who they are and what they do and how they got there. For us at Homi, our mission is to help people share those stories and to build better relationships. But I mean, you can learn something from everyone. And I feel like I've learned a lot from you guys, just being on the show and, you know, hearing your stories and watching you guys come up. So I wouldn't cross someone off a list just because they're not rich. I think I'm not rich. Like, I'm probably the brokest CEO in the world. But I think that, you know, if you can learn something from someone, that's a win.
Mm-hmm. And this podcast in particular, the one we're interviewing right now or having the conversation right now, all of our podcasts are primarily targeted towards the 18 to 24-year-old market, but we have a lot of different variety of listeners with that regard. But this one in particular is fully directed towards the 18 to 24-year-olds, because what we're talking about right now is grassroots. Yeah. It's the grassroots of building a mindset. It's the grassroots of building a work ethic and having a passion to grow yourself individually in your industry. So if you're going to go ahead and be a mechanical engineer, what are you going to do to figure out how to get to that next step? Well, you're going to want to talk to someone who's in that field. Yeah. And Declan can speak for this. That's what he did, and that's kind of how he found his first job. And he did that through his university. He had a friend, and then that person connected with her parents, and then bam, they got his foot in the door, and that connection was built. Yeah. You're speaking on Homi's behalf, and that's another perfect example where if you're in the Twin Cities right now and you want to talk to someone in your university that has any type of work experience, sure, go ahead and sign up for Homi, because that's the connection that you're going to want to build. And then you can sign up, reach out to them, and say, hey, I would love to meet with you for coffee, and build a relationship.
So what we do at Homi is we've built this platform where students are talking to alumni, and if the alum likes the student, they can refer the student to HR with a click of a button on Homi. And that completely changes that recruiting process, because companies don't have to physically go to campus anymore to recruit. They can have high quality internal referrals from all these non-target schools across the country from their employees. And they're vetted, pre-vetted, and frankly, like, that's one side of it. But if you're a young person, like, what are you looking for after college? I mean, the money is one side, you know, like perks and benefits are great, but you're looking for the best learning experience. And the best learning experience is going to be with a mentor who's been in your shoes before and knows what you're going through and is willing to take you out for drinks on Thursday and show you the ropes. Like, these are the people you hang out with, these are the people you avoid, this is how the world works. Like, everyone needs that kind of person. And it all goes back to the relationships, right? How do we tie that back together? Finding people who genuinely care about you.
I think finding those relationships is made super easily on your platform. People are probably asking like, well, what's the difference between this and LinkedIn? This is just another professional networking platform, which you get that question all the time.
All the time.
When I pitch Homi to other people, I get that question all the time too. And it's as simple as this. It's building a relationship, and the way you do, like, think about it on the simplest terms. You're only gonna want to hang out with someone if they have some similarities to you.
Yeah.
Right? So if I'm going to go look for an alumni, like Andrew had mentioned earlier, I want to look for a mechanical engineer who played football and, went to St. Thomas.
Yeah.
Those are all three things that I had and that he would have. That's
sure.
gonna at least get us interested in each other. That might not be the end result of like the things that we converse on or anything like that, but that's the culprit.
For sure. And football is this really interesting, I think it's a cult personally, but especially St. Thomas football. You guys are very culty.
In a good way. In a winning way. How about that?
Fair enough. So Carleton football went 0-10 this year, right? Which is not good. They went 1-9 the year before, also not good. And so we have a guy who works here. His name's Jake. He played 4 years of Carleton football, tore 3 labrums, got it surgery, went back on the field, and then went and coached for 3 years afterwards. So he loves Carleton football. And so it literally tears him apart to see Carleton football in the state that it's in right now. So he had a happy hour for alumni, Carleton alumni, and he rounded up 30 plus alumni. It was like class of 1958 all the way to 2018, all across the years from various different places in life. And they just talked. And there was so much like football bro in a room. It was a lot. But you could just see the built-in, they just care about each other. And those people are the ones those people will change your life.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's Golden Nuggets. If you want to watch this version of Golden Nuggets, go onto YouTube and search the Backpocket Podcast. You'll go into that channel and you'll be able to find everything you need. If you want to read the Golden Nuggets, go to yourbackpockets.com. That's with an S, yourbackpockets.com. And go under the tab blog, because that's where you'll be able to read it. If you want to interact with us, go on to social media, the Backpocket Podcast on Instagram, or on Twitter, _the Backpocket. You know the drill. Interact with us. We love your interaction. Take care.